Most of the time, when a streamer disappears, it's just a break, burnout, or a break from social media. But sometimes, the silence is real, longer than expected, darker than anyone imagined. These are 10 streamers who vanished in real life, cases where creators walked off camera and never came back the same. 1. Kenny Veach, the M Cave mystery.
I'm looking for a cave that I found, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate.
Kenny Veach was a YouTube adventurer who explored the Mojave Desert alone. In one video, he talked about finding a strange cave shaped like the letter M, and how approaching it made his body vibrate with fear.
The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday.
His viewers begged him to go back, so he tried. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny headed out alone toward the mountains near Nellis Air Force Base. He never returned. Search teams found his phone near an old mineshaft and his car at the trailhead, but nothing else. No tracks, no gear, no remains. Some think he fell into a hidden shaft. Others believe it was suicide, something his family disputes. The stranger theories? That he wandered too close to something classified, or stepped into the wrong place at the wrong time. 10 years later, the M Cave mystery remains one of YouTube's most enduring vanishings.
And that is it. So see you later, tortoise.
2. Finn Creaney, a survival expert who didn't come back.
I've got one more march to do. Check that out! Ooh!
Finn Creaney was a Scottish bushcraft YouTuber, a skilled outdoorsman who documented survival in harsh terrain. In March 2022, he set off on a 2-day solo trek through the Scottish Highlands. He should have arrived in the town of Gillespie on March 27th. He didn't. For 10 months, search teams combed the area, forests, bogs, lochs. Nothing. Then, in late 2023, someone found Finn's rucksack on the shore of Loch Naver, a place that had already been searched before. The discovery suggests he tried to swim the loch, maybe to shorten his route, and drowned in the freezing water. But his body still hasn't been recovered. Even for a survival expert, the Highlands showed no mercy.
Anyway, build up heat before it gets to that point by getting up, do some push-ups.
3. Nicholas SunSpeik Sonderegger, the Midnight Scream. In 2018, YouTuber SunSpeik lived with a roommate near the Salton Sea in California. One night, just after 2:30 a.m., they both heard a woman screaming outside. Nicholas stepped out to check. He never came back. By morning, his wallet, keys, and car were still at the house. Days later, some of his clothes turned up in spots that had already been searched, a detail that unnerved investigators. Rumors range from an accident in the desert, to foul play, to Nicholas stumbling onto something he wasn't supposed to see. 5 years later, the scream that pulled him outside is still at the center of this mystery. 4. Remigiusz Baczyński, New Year's Eve that never ended. On December 30th, 2016, 18-year-old Remigiusz, a small Polish YouTuber, went out to a club in Toruń to celebrate New Year's. Shortly after midnight, he walked out alone. That was the last confirmed sighting. The next day, his house keys were found near a viewpoint overlooking the Vistula River. Despite massive searches through ice, snow, and bitter currents, his body was never recovered. Most believe he slipped into the river and drowned. Others suspect robbery or foul play in the dark streets he walked through that night. 7 years later, the case is still open and still unexplained. 5. Mikey Fish and Sips Rejavec, lost at sea. In November 2025, fishing YouTuber Mikey Rejavec set out alone off the coast of Baja California. Hours later, during a live stream, he radioed a mayday. His boat engine had failed. Then, the feed cut out. Search parties from both the US and Mexico swept the water for days. They found his boat capsized. The engine was gone, but Mikey wasn't there. On November 16th, his body was found miles away near the coast. No signs of foul play, just a tragic maritime accident. Maybe he fell overboard while trying to fix the motor. Maybe the waves turned the boat unexpectedly. 6. Reyna Dunlap, the Nude Queen. Reyna, the Nude Queen Dunlap, flew from Maryland to Cleveland in 2024, hoping to land a reality TV spot. She posted daily and then abruptly stopped. Her family didn't hear from her for weeks. On January 15, 2025, police found her body in a vacant house on Cleveland's east side, decomposed, alone, likely 3 months dead. Police suggested a possible overdose based on evidence at the scene. Her family insists she wasn't a drug user, and no one knows who she was with or why she ended up in an abandoned home. To this day, the case is open and full of unanswered questions. 7. Marina Joyce, the influencer who vanished for real.
It actually became really bad to straighten my hair, so I started to use a blow dryer, and then my hair turned out to be so much healthier.
Back in 2016, Marina Joyce went viral when fans thought she was secretly begging for help in her videos. It wasn't true, but the conspiracy never died. Then, in 2019, Marina really disappeared. For 10 days, she was missing from her London home. Friends couldn't reach her. Police issued alerts. Fans revived the hashtag #SaveMarinaJoyce, unsure if this time it was real. When she resurfaced, authorities only said she was safe and well. Marina never explained what happened. No details, no statement, nothing. Her disappearance remains unexplained, swallowed by years of paranoia and speculation that started long before she went missing in the real world.
Hi, my Secret Moon Kitties! Today I'm going to be telling you guys about my hair, so...
8. BJ Ahyeong, a deadly trip abroad. South Korean streamer BJ Ahyeong flew to Cambodia in June 2023. 4 days later, her body was found dumped at a construction site. Police arrested a married couple, owners of an unlicensed clinic she had visited for a cosmetic procedure. They claimed she died from anesthesia complications, but the autopsy told a different story. Bruises, signs of assault, and her clothing disturbed. The couple allegedly hid her body to cover it up. The case is still moving through courts, and many believe her death was no accident. What happened inside that clinic remains one of the most disturbing streamer cases in recent memory. 9. Yoon Ji-ah, when a fan turns obsessive. TikTok streamer Yoon Ji-ah had a growing audience and a donor who stood out, a middle-aged man known online as Black Cat. He gifted thousands. He inserted himself into her career. He became attached. On September 11th, 2025, Yoon ended a live stream from Yeongjong Island. Minutes later, CCTV captured a man forcing her into a car. Her body was found 3 days later on a mountainside, showing signs of assault and strangulation. Police arrested the donor, the same man who had pretended to be her business partner. He confessed. A case that exposed the darker side of parasocial relationships and the danger of letting the wrong person get too close. 10. Etika, the disappearance that broke the internet.
Quit doing your stupid little screen caps and talk to me in private if you want it dropped.
Etika was one of YouTube's most charismatic creators, a streamer known for joy, energy, and explosive reactions. But in 2019, his tone changed. His videos grew darker. On June 19th, he uploaded a final message, an apology to his fans. Then he disappeared. For 6 days, New York City searched its rivers, bridges, and streets while fans pushed hashtag #FindEtika across the internet. On June 25th, police found his body in the East River. He had died by suicide. Etika's disappearance wasn't just a mystery. It was a wake-up call about mental health in the streaming world, a reminder that the loudest voices online can be carrying the quietest battles. If you want more videos like this, let me know which case you want me to cover next. And if this one kept you watching, hit like so it reaches more people. Don't forget to subscribe and stay safe out there.